Let's see. Josh, you have something on your screen there, or did I see something?
Oh yeah, I just thought, I sorted these by properties that had sold, and I was just curious about some of these ones that were. I just want to see were these good deals, and so we didn't bid on everything, but I just sorted it. So this one sold for 5,100, and if I click on it here, so this was sold for 5,100 today. I can look at OPA and see that it was assessed for 77,300. So that could have been a very good deal. After that, there was one for 5,200, and I was curious what that was worth. Maybe it was worth less, maybe it was worth more. So 14 grand. So definitely the first one was a better deal than the second one. But when you find a spot where you actually are seeing good deals, you definitely want to show up for the future. This one was also 17 grand. So it is sometimes odd why, some people overbid something that's not a good deal, then they underbid something that is a good deal. It's hard to know exactly why. But when you do all of the due diligence on the property, then you're able to have the confidence to come in and truly know when someone is overbidding on something and when someone is underbidding on something. But yeah, all of the results are there today, and so there was a ton of equity, a ton of profit, and these are deals that happened, yeah, today, and so they're going to happen again next month. $1,600 opening bid, county taking a loss. We just don't know how long they are going to last, though. So action taking is a must.
Absolute must. Those on the sidelines can watch and miss out. So we recommend not being on the sidelines in this, because there's nothing worse than seeing a good deal and letting it pass by. And after 22 years in this game now, some people will be like, "Oh, I'm ready to get started. I've been following this stuff for 10 years with you. I wish I would have started back then." And we're like, "Yeah, you should have started back then. Like, there was, way more deals." And but there's still lots of deals here for everybody. This is a good question. Found land that will landlock a 500K house. For some reason, they didn't pay the tax. Can we force them to stop using the land? So you buy the land and then you build a giant barbed wire fence and then put up a toll booth. Every time they want to go to their house, it'll be $100. So as tax lien and deed investors, we need to be creative. So in this situation, you wouldn't be able to probably just force that person to stop coming. I'm sure there's some sort of like easement order or something, that they could do to do it. So you want to, that's that saying, you want to take the high road or the high road will take you. So in this situation, though, there could be good opportunity. If you buy it, you could sell it to the person who has that property, right? Could add massive value to their property. Regardless, there could be options for you to make some money on this thing. So I would look into it a bit more as far as that goes. So what's happening, Sam? Good to see you here. Let's see. Been calling, been to 2 live auctions. Not clear to start with liens or deeds. The trustee auction told me the sheriff's office does the tax sale. Cool. So this is a great question that comes up. Where should you start with in the directories here? Which directory should you start with, the liens or the deeds? So it comes down to a few flow chart questions. You know what? I should make a flow chart on this actually. Okay, if you have, in my opinion, less than $50,000, you should be starting with deeds. Anything less than that with deeds to be able to turn money quickly. So deeds are always going to be the fastest money, the fastest results. Because, like, for example, we saw that property, it went to auction today. Our student bought it for $50,000. Boom, they have it. They could be selling that thing within a matter of days or weeks and making money on that property. However, tax liens are awesome because they're safe, secure, predictable. They can pay up to 36% interest. And you can get some massive home runs with tax liens because 95% of tax liens redeem, which means 1 in 20, you're going to end up owning the property. So for example, if a house is worth $100,000 and the tax lien is $1,000, you buy 20, you're going to end up making interest on 19 tax liens, but you're going to end up owning one house for the price of the tax lien plus the other 2 years interest plus the cost of foreclosure. So if it's 100 grand, you would be all in on that house for about 5,000 bucks, which can be huge, right? You have a $100,000 house all in for 5 grand. Pros and cons. Pros, crazy deal, 5 cents on the dollar. The con is that you'd have to wait probably 3 years before you get to actualize that return. So when it comes to tax liens, you need to be aware that your capital can be tied up, and it will be, but you're making an interest rate. It's very hands off, which is awesome. You know, if you have a couple $100 grand, you just want to be hands off with interest, tax liens can be great for you there. So that's the long-winded answer.